Rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, sisters. My name is Aisha Tadaviruku, and I'm presenting on behalf of Bab Rayyan group. Our area of interest is on marriage. We named our group Stitching Time Institute. Just before we begin, I want to share an experience with you. I'm a certified life coach, and I counsel individuals. In the last couple of weeks, I've counseled one wife and one couple. And of course, the problem is there is suspicion, which is what most marriages are faced with today. It's a sensitive issue, but I would like to refer back to what happened at my Tama recently. We are not judging. I would want to take the lesser view that, okay, they were even fighting, Mariam and her husband, and he fell on the glass, but it was as a result of the fight, right? So, why are marriages not as described in the Quran? We put some verses in our presentation to call our attention back to how marriages are supposed to be. It says, and of his signs is that he created for you from yourselves mates, that you may find tranquility in them. Tranquility. Are our homes tranquil? Instead, our homes have become, as described in Surah Ankabut, like the spider's home. Why? Why do we have this cankerworm that's eating deep into the ummah? We are supposed to be examples for humanity. Why are we not examples in our homes? What happened? We are no longer garments to each other. Instead, we pull off the garments from our spouses. It brings us to the point of when a Muslim marries, you fulfill half of your deen. You strive in the other part, in the other half. But are we really doing this? Why have we lost track of the essence of marriage? Why are we selfish? The couple I referred to in my intro, the lady came to me and said her husband is cheating on her. She saw some text messages in his phone. And I asked her that, do you have 4 witnesses? Do you have 4 witnesses? You see how the Sharia has described it. You have to have 4 witnesses who witnessed the act for you to pass judgment. But we pass judgment on ourselves all of the time these days. The major problem, my husband is cheating on me. My wife is talking to other men. Why do we have this in the Ummah? So these are the skills we feel we need to impact in our youngsters on home management. From the research we conducted, we found out that we have very low rates of healthy marriages in the Ummah today. And there was no much data to actually use during our research. So we came up with some questions and circulated online for respondents to give us their opinion on if they feel there is a need for us to form a counseling group to intervene in this cankerworm we noticed in the society. Out of the 472 responses, 72 were married. Out of the 72 respondents that are married, 67 were women. It shows that women are more concerned about the issues we have in our families today. Also, based on the survey result analysis, 95% of the respondents are willing to go through a marriage counseling session, and 99% agree that counseling can increase the success rate of marriages today. Do we all agree? Yes. Thank you. So, what is the root cause of our homes becoming spider homes? Why are we eating each other up? You know what the spider does? When the female mates with the male, she eats him. And then sometimes when the children are about to come out of the sack, they fight and eat each other up before they actually break the sack and come out. That's what our homes have become today. And we found out that the root causes are lack of orientation and lack of counseling. You find out that in churches, before you get married, you go through step-by-step processes. There are processes. You go for counseling, you go for tests, and all that. But we don't have that in the Ummah. Is that why we are marrying? So we also have the imbalance in the home, whereby the male child is treated differently, the female child is treated differently. We get our females ready for marriage for men whom we have not prepared for marriage. We don't counsel our sons. We don't tell them. I was listening to Mufti Menk yesterday, and he said that from the age of 10, you should start telling your children what intimacy is. Because the children of nowadays, just like the former presenter said, by 4, they already seen things on TV that even you, maybe you've not even watched it. They are on the internet. They can use all sorts. So, why are we training our female to marry them off to males we have not trained? We also found out that part of the root cause of our issues in the Ummah today, when it comes to marriage, is we lack good communication skills and conflict resolution skills. These are things, there is no manual for it. In our schools, we learn a whole lot. I don't even know why I learned all those things. They didn't tell me how I'm supposed to live with my husband. They didn't tell me how I'm supposed to train my child. Who is supposed to tell me? The home. But are the mothers in the home? We've emptied the homes. So where do we go to? We have one of the deep issues I've noticed in couples is expectations in marriage. My take on this is we go to marriage with little expectations. We learn, we study our partners, but the skills to study them, we're not taught emotional intelligence. So the skills to study our partners are not even there. We don't have those skills. When our partner do something, okay, this house will burn it today, and then the house is on fire. So these are what we have isolated, and we have decided that sensitization is the key to actually stopping this hemorrhage we're experiencing in the Ummah today, where you have seki uku, wobe, seki hudu. Some people have even increased it. So we need to sensitize our youth. And beyond our youth, we also need to sensitize our parents. Our strategy is orientation, empowerment, and counseling. We intend to give, because you don't counsel if you don't know at the level an individual is. You have to elicit the level of understanding first. So we do orientation, we do empowerment. Empowerment in the sense that for those who maybe we need for them to be engaged. We counsel them on ways they can be engaged, instead of just counseling. And we look at it's a practical approach, and then counseling. How do we intend to sustain our project? We put a levy on ourselves, the group members, of 3,000 naira monthly. We also have started sourcing for new members. We also intend to organize paid awareness lectures, and free ones too, both online and offline. We intend to collaborate with community and religious leaders because of the impact they hold. Then we also intend to register our institute to give it a legal status. That brings us to the end of our presentation on Bab Rayyan Group. Just before I leave, there is a verse in Surah to Kahf where Hidr was talking to Prophet Musa, and he said, how can you be patient? How can you be patient for that which you do not encompass in knowledge? So knowledge is the key to fighting the issues in our homes. We need to empower ourselves with knowledge. We need to spread the knowledge to those around us. We need to be advocates. Thank you very much.